These songs don't have to be motivational, just have a line that motivated my life for the better. I'll explain how the line impacted me personally. Some of these will be talking from the first person, but I was still able to get advice and a message from the song. No movie soundtracks, yada yada yada, and also these songs are all my opinion that they're motivational. Short intro, cause I'm a boss. Number 10. Crossfade, no giving up.
I'm giving up now! Do you really want to give this all away? Can't you ever see things in a different way? Someday give it up now! Such a beautiful thing to throw away.
I haven't listened to this song in a while, so its advice would have not had an effect on me in a while. Plus, it's a hopeful line about not giving in to your suicidal thoughts, and there were times in my life I needed to hear that from someone. Uh, the all the all we make up from this lifetime is always here within. Line hits home to what I've been struggling recently, but just found out about that line. And also, if I haven't actually listened to the song in a while, it can't be any higher on the list. Number 9, Rockin' in Free World, Neil Young.
Keep on rocking in the free world.
This one isn't exactly what the artist had in mind for the meaning of the song, but I take the hook as a reminder to push through my tough situation, having a loving and overbearing father, and all the limitations that come along with having autism and all my mental health problems. The hook is already sarcastic, so I just take it as a keep pushing even though you're not free in your life. Also, it's also sarcastic to people that think my life is just amazing because I have a lot of quote unquote freedom because I work part time. It has its advantages and disadvantages, but I don't feel free. What really sums this up is the line that says, "Don't feel like Satan, but I am to them." So I try to forget it any way I can, aka people's opinions on my non-typical lifestyle. Definitely more important in my life and higher than number 10 because I'm struggling with it now. Number 8, Beautiful by Eminem.
And to the rest of the world, God gave you them shoes to fit you. Just put them on and wear 'em. Be yourself, man. Be proud of who you are.
I'm pretty insecure about myself and I'm afraid to be myself. Usually, depression leads to these feelings of not liking yourself, and the songs about depression and hearing someone else go through what you do, but then add a positive twist at the end. And that is especially what I need to hear when I'm depressed. I don't need the happy, sappy, fake stuff. I need someone to tell me that even though it's rough right now, just try to be myself and be proud of who I am, even though some people around me is subliminally judging me and putting me down, or maybe that's just my insecurities. I may have not believed it too much being that depressed, but hearing it helped normalize it in my brain and just started the process of healing in my depression. Needing harder advice to swallow means more than the number 9 spot with easy to follow advice because it's what I needed to hear. Number 7, Theory for Me.
Everybody loves a little different. Everybody's heart's pretty much a mess. Everybody loves a little different. Doesn't mean I love you any less.
For the one new person coming in, I'm asexual. I hate that I have to repeat it a lot, but I gotta do that with every video to the newcomers to give them context. So being reminded that everyone loves a little different and that I wasn't alone really meant a lot to me, especially when after I just came out. To this day, some friends still don't understand, so this is something I'm still struggling with constantly, versus 8, which depression only comes and goes. Number 6, Background, Legray.
I don't need my name in lights. I don't need a star on the road. And why gain the whole wide world if I'm just gonna lose my soul?
Not gonna lie, I'm very stuck in my ways, and I forget that God is in control of my life, and to let Him decide on what I'm gonna be, because whatever I do is gonna not be what He wanted for me. and his plan is much better than anything I can think of. That's still something I struggle with today, and the impact of the song just means a lot. Not only is it something I struggle with, it's something I have trouble accepting, where I accepted my sexuality before, at least. Number 5, Colors by Crossfade.
I know you feel alone, yeah. No one else can figure you out. But don't you ever turn away from the ones that help you down.
This has a double meaning in why it's not number 6. Not only is it about my sexuality, that's not what the artist meant, but that's what I interpret it with. It's also about my mental health all combined into one. It taught me no matter how alone and how much people won't understand you, as long as you have the right people around you, those disagreements don't matter. They still care about you. Love the song so much. Number 4, Loopy, Fiasco. Words I Never Said.
Fear is such a weak emotion, that's why I despise it. We scared of almost everything, afraid to even tell the truth. So scared of what you think of me, I'm scared of even telling you.
I worry about what people think way too much. And this song is beautiful to me because it's teaching me to this very day to speak my mind. And if people don't mess with you, then they don't deserve to be around you. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, and if you're so afraid to speak your mind, that's not living. I get so locked inside my head, as Loopy says, as well, because I just think differently than around where I live. Plus, when I tell jokes, I'm always worried about upsetting people. It's better to try and get a poor response than not try and feel empty and disappointed you didn't try. Life moves on, but you'll never will if you never spoke about how you felt. Who knows? I get... Or, also with jokes, you'll feel disappointed, like I said, but who knows? I get surprised sometimes and get people that understand what I'm saying, and I'm like, oh, I thought you guys would understand. This is a constant struggle and deserves a 4th spot just for bringing me to tears nearly any time I listen to that line. Top 3! Number 3, Boston, Peace of Mind.
People living in competition. All I want is to have my peace of mind.
I have existential crises all the time, and it's great to be reminded on bad days that none of any of what I mess up will matter, or just life in general messes it up for me. One day I'll pass away, and it won't matter. Background by Legray had a similar idea, but this one goes in more detail about careers, which I'm really insecure about. It makes me sad when people get worked up over, a lack of better words, work, and spend their whole lives not focused on their loved ones and what truly matters to them. But hey, if money truly matters to you, then good. But I see a lot of people around me that could really use some time off to do what they want to do with their lives. This song puts me at ease that I only work part-time and that people truly do work in competition, and I just want my peace of mind, and that's why I'm working. It's, the money's nice too, of course. But number 2, 3 Days Grace, Never Too Late.
Maybe we'll turn it around, 'cause it's not too late. It's never too late.
A lot of times I've listened to this when I was thinking passive suicidal thoughts. I'm not going to say they were too bad because I got through them quickly, but while you're in that mindset, debating on not wanting to live anymore and or thinking of plans and telling yourself, no, don't go there. I've been there recently and they go away after a couple hours, but they're really intense. It's very surreal that I'm going to my 25th birthday party the day after I thought I wanted to die. Then as I'm reading the script, I went there. But anyway, this song reminds me that maybe I'll turn it all around. That it's not too late. It's never too late. I think of all the things I thought I'd never accomplished before and remind myself that might not be I remind myself that it might not be doable to live my own work full time, find the love of my life, and find my dream career as of just right now. But one day, maybe. My mom told me a metaphor about this. It goes, why would I want to close the book now when there's so many more chapters? Do you want to see what happens next? And to answer her, yes, I do, Mom. Yes, I do. And now, the top song that I took advice from in my life is number 1, Green Day, Time of Your Life.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Now, yeah, that it was sarcastic, but God played me this song for me. I asked him to play me a song I need to hear, and he chose a Green Day CD, and I popped it in, and I went to that song. I did it, but I feel like God pushed me to do what I did. You know what I mean. If the number 2 spot was advice on staying alive, number 1 had to be a song about how to live. God gives us life just to enjoy it. We all get caught up in what we want or what we don't have, and we forget to enjoy life. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. God was speaking to me that day, and I just bawled because for 7 years and counting, I don't know where I'm going in my life or what I should do for a career, or, I'm just single and all that stuff. But God has my whole life planned out for me, and He wants me and everyone else to just enjoy it. Knowing would be boring if I knew what was going to happen in my life. I love some hints sometimes, not going to lie. But I can be very pessimistic, so I want to enjoy what God's given to me rather than be miserable about what I don't have and focus on all that. God has all of us in His hands, and if you believe and trust in Him, He'll guide you to the places you need to be, because in the end, it's right. And God hopes, in the end, you had the time of your life. And that's my list. I hope you enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll see you when you watch me again, metaphorically.